Hello and welcome to 7 Days. Zack Yusof here with a quick recap of some of the top stories from the last week. At the top of the show, the entertainment industry was left in shock after it was announced that US pop star Prince had passed away at his very own Paisley Park home studio, aged just 57. The multi-talented superstar was found unresponsive on Thursday at his Minnesota home and was later declared dead. The Carver County Sheriff's Office confirmed the death of U.S. music superstar Prince, saying in a press release that he was found unresponsive in an elevator before being pronounced dead. The office said it was investigating the circumstances of his death. Prince, who was on a U.S. tour last week, was briefly hospitalized with the flu after his plane made an emergency landing in Moline, Illinois last week, celebrity website TMZ reported. A representative told TMZ that Prince had performed in Atlanta even though he was not feeling well and felt worse after boarding the plane for a flight back to Minnesota. An intensely private person, Prince sold more than 100 million records during his glittering career, winning 7 Grammy Awards, and was even inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 2004. David Bowie, George Martin, Glenn Frey, Alan Rickman, Victoria Wood, and now Prince. Tell you what, 2016 seems to be the year of the Grim Reaper. The purple one, well, he's going to be missed, that's for sure. Moving along, Mitsubishi Motors Corporation manipulated fuel economy data on an additional model other than vehicles already disclosed, and may have also misstated data on 4 other models. All this according to the Sankei newspaper on Friday. In Tokyo on Friday, Mitsubishi Motors president Tetsuro Aikawa said that the company was now looking into improper tests on more cars in its lineup. Japan's 6th largest automaker this week admitted that it had overstated the fuel efficiency of 625,000 cars, sending its share price plunging and prompting a raid by Japanese authorities on one of its facilities. It disclosed that it had cheated on 4 models, including 2 it produced for the Nissan Motor Corporation, both of which are specifically marketed in Japan. Coming up next, tens of thousands over in the UK flocked to Windsor to celebrate the 90th birthday for the Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch in British history, on Thursday. The Queen was scheduled to unveil a boulevard named after her in Windsor on her birthday. Celebrators flocked to the town, some of whom having even started queuing the previous night in a bid to catch a close-up view of the Queen. Despite it being a typically miserable spring day in England with low temperatures of around 10 degrees Celsius, the celebrators remained passionate and in high spirits. Queen Elizabeth II has witnessed the country's whole development process since World War II, and many UK citizens have a special emotional attachment to her. Okay, coming up, Malaysian Airlines said on Tuesday that Chief Executive Christoph Müller would step down only a little more than a year after joining the struggling carrier back in September. The airline said late on Tuesday that Müller's exit was triggered by changing personal circumstances. The German executive was hired last May on a 3-year mission to revive the state-controlled firm after years of heavy losses. Malaysian Airlines made no further comment on Müller's personal situation, but said it has begun the search for a new chief executive, with Müller to remain on the carrier's board as a non-executive director. And finally, there's a new tool for eager fans of the HBO hit television series Game of Thrones, which premieres its 6th season on Sunday, that predicts which characters are most likely to die. Created by students of a computer science class at the Technical University of Munich over in Germany, the project, called A Song of Ice and Data, is basically a machine learning algorithm to determine who could be kicking the bucket next in upcoming episodes. Now, Game of Thrones is of course famous for killing off its lead characters swiftly and violently, often to the shock of its audiences. So sudden deaths are something fans have become accustomed to. And according to the students, you really don't want to get too attached to Westero's new king, Tommen Baratheon, who has a 97% chance of dying in the new season. The software says that after Tommen, Stannis Baratheon has the second highest probability of dying, next at 96%, followed closely by the Dragon Queen herself, Daenerys Targaryen, at 95%. Tell you what, the 6th season of Game of Thrones, can't wait for that indeed. So until next time, have yourself a good week.